Today we're going to show you different areas to live in Northport.
And what they cost and why they cost what they cost, and we're getting started right now. So should we start with the hot spot?
Let's do it.
Everyone right now is talking about that Wellen Park, and I can see why, because it's an exciting area.
It's pretty nice. Now, the homes in Wellen Park do have a Venice address. The whole area, it's technically Northport. They do get their utilities through City of Northport, but most of the homes will have a Venice address.
Yes, and they do have a brand new fire station right in the Wellen Park area as well. So one thing to note is Wellen Park stands out very different from all of Northport as far as price point, amenities. It's just a very different feeling area. It definitely feels like its own city, and they're trying to make themselves their own city. So this one is a 3.3, 2,200 square foot. That's actually not bad for $399,000.
It's not bad at all.
And Wellen Park is definitely going to be one of the higher priced areas, and you're also looking at a lot more HOAs. So if you want to avoid HOA, probably don't do Wellen Park. There's a few that are lower costs and lower amenity HOAs though. And so this is Antigua, and the HOA fee there is $294 a month.
And this is a gated community, and the only amenity that they have is that, well, and I think this is a great amenity
yes,
to
it is
have,
awesome.
It's lawn maintenance. So you don't have a pool and, you know, other amenities like other communities in Wellen Park, but you do have lawn maintenance and a gated community.
Yeah, which is nice. I think, you know, depending on the person, maybe you don't want someone doing your lawn maintenance, but I think for a lot of people, they come to Florida and they want that low maintenance lifestyle, but maybe they don't want to be in a villa, a townhome, or a condo. So now some of these newer communities are giving you that option to kind of make things a little more maintenance free. And as you can see, the inside is beautiful. I mean, you're talking new construction with all these homes. So you're going to get some nice homes. And this one's got some nice upgrades and touches with the walls. You can see the trim with the woodwork there. And yeah, nice big open layout.
And you do have the tile roof as well, which all homes in Antigua do. And it makes it, you know, more kind of like that Venice, what a lot of homes in Venice look like.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at something. We'll hop over the river. So that's kind of the way we always think about it. You know, like once you go over the river, that feels like more like Northport proper. Like a lot of the rest of what's going to be in this area, except for one area we're going to show you, are very similar as far as the kind of homes, the feel of it is very Northport-y.
Yes, and let's do, yeah, maybe this one, because that would be the closest
to the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something just kind of over the river, but not quite in Wellen Park.
Duplex.
Oh, it might be. That's an interesting. Yeah. Let's take a look at this quick, just because it's interesting. 4.2, 2,140 square feet, and $369,900. And like Katie said, it might be a duplex. It could be like an investment opportunity.
Yes.
Yep. 2 rental units. So
2.
And then no HOA. So, I mean, the opportunity there is pretty amazing just because you're talking about 2 units. You could maybe rent one. You're getting a little more square footage, a little more yard. So that's what a lot of Northport is going to be the difference between that and like Wellen Park. Other thing I think worth noting with Wellen Park is a lot of the homes are going to tend, not all communities, but a lot of them are going to tend to have the houses closer together. Whereas Northport, there's a little bit more space. We always call it like rural suburban is the feel that it has.
And this area where this duplex is in, it's actually great because it's really close to Wellen Park, but you're not part of any of the HOA communities, but you're within a short drive, like probably like 5-minute drive to the downtown area. And
it does look like this home is a little bit, you know, older, a little more dated, but definitely quiet.
And there's a creek behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of trees as well.
Pretty cool. You're really close to the warm mineral springs, which a lot of people go there for the rejuvenating properties it provides. Let's take a look quick at one more maybe in that area though, because this one's kind of like an oddball one that's close to Wellen Park, but not quite in Wellen Park. There we go. This one looks like a single family home. No garage. 4.3 though, and it's not giving us the square footage. That's interesting. That's very rare.
Yeah, but at 4.7.
This is again, it's another duplex, which One thing worth noting is that area of Northport does have a little bit more of that, and it definitely stands out from a lot of the rest of Northport because a lot of the rest of Northport doesn't have a lot of duplexes like this. Yeah. So let's check out one more.
This is also like the older area of Northport. Everything else, it's like new, a lot of newer homes, brand new construction as well as you get more into the city.
Here we go.
That one, yes.
Okay.
That new construction.
Biscayne Drive, we're very familiar with that one. One of the kind of main-ish roads. 4.3, 1,900 square feet. $399.
3-car garage.
Yes, and it looks brand spanking new.
Yeah, it's new construction.
Yep, under construction actually, so it's not even quite completed. So when you move in, it will be brand new. And by the way, these are all areas we do serve. So if you want to buy or sell a home in any of these areas,
make sure to call, text, or email our real estate team, 941-221-1897. We've helped a lot of people move to the area. We'd love to help you too.
And yeah, I mean, looks nice, big,
gorgeous,
open concept, big living space and open kitchen area, soaker tub, a lot of nice touches throughout.
Yes.
And some upgraded countertop materials, it looks like, as well. Tile floor. Yeah, looks beautiful. I think they could have lit it a little better to kind of present it so you guys could really see it, because it looks like it's got that white, bright, and airy thing going, but they probably don't have the lights on or installed in a lot of the... Oh, they are on. They need brighter lights.
Maybe the camera.
Yeah. So let's take a look at something a little bit further away now, closer to like 75. I think that's a good opportunity. Oh, and I just thought of one other area that we didn't plan about doing, Cedar Grove, the new communities in there. That's one of the other few areas in Northport outside of Heron Creek where there's like more planned communities going on.
And this home, I think it's pretty close to it. Let me see what community it is, because it looks familiar. Yeah, Del Webb.
Del Webb. Okay, yeah, so there we go. That's part of the Cedar Grove area.
Yes, and this is a 55+ community.
Yes, and that definitely stands out as well. There's not a lot of those. Well, there's a few like mobile home 55+ communities in Northport, but outside of that, not a lot of other 55+. But this falls in that Cedar Grove area. We'll show you another one that's not in a 55+, in case you're interested. But this is a 3-2, 1,500 square feet, so a little bit on the smaller side. $400,000, but it looks pretty new and pretty nice.
And as you can see, the houses are a little more close together as well.
Yeah, brick driveways though, which I love. It's just always a beautiful
and
look.
with the tile roof, it looks beautiful.
And nice layout, very open.
Modern.
Great touches throughout. And yeah, I think this new area of Northport is exciting, and the price points I think are awesome because they're pretty comparable to a lot of Northport, but you're getting more of that planned community if that's what you're looking for, but you're also getting that really quick access to 75, which I think is the biggest win. Actually, let's show you on the map one more time, kind of that area. So the home was right here, and I mean 75 is right there, but you're still far enough away that you're not hearing it, and it feels very quiet and woodsy even in the community, even though it's got like a suburban feel.
Yes.
You're surrounded by a lot of nature. I think it's a really cool opportunity because now you can shoot up to Sarasota a lot quicker, like
Fort Myers area as well.
Yeah, and that's kind of the bear of even like a lot of parts of Venice is like, if you want to go north or south, sometimes it takes you 10 minutes just to get to 75. So being right next to it is kind of nice for that. I think right around here would probably be more.
Yeah.
Yep, Cedar Grove. Okay. Centex Home, which is a division of Pulte. And Medina Plan. It's a $362,000 price point. 3.3.
Base starting.
Yes, base price. That's worth noting. And 3.3 though, and 2,230 square feet.
Nice.
And HOA, they're not listing it, but they do have an HOA there that we can tell you that much. Pretty much any planned community, you can count on that. Nice open concept. Nice. And actually I'm trying to think if it was on this channel or the other channel. We have another channel where we do home tours. It's linked in the description of all of our videos, but we definitely walk. Yeah, I think on both channels, we might've walked through these homes. Yeah. So if you want to check them out, go scroll through some of our videos and you will find the walkthroughs in some of the Cedar Grove communities.
Yeah, gorgeous.
And we definitely did these. I remember these. Yeah, and this model has a beautiful pool, which again, that's not going to be included in your base price. That would be additional. But I mean, the price point is very comparable to a lot of what you're paying for in the rest of Northport, but you're getting a little bit more of that planned community feel and quicker 75 access. It does though, of course, push you further from the beach. And I think that's why the price doesn't go up so high for that extra amenities and planned community.
And you're a little farther away too from like all the shopping in Northport. This whole area, it's very woodsy though, like a lot of mature trees, it's a beautiful area. It's very green.
Yes, and also nearby there is maybe some employment opportunities. They have a lot of those like warehouse type things going on. I'm not sure exactly what's in all of the buildings there, but they definitely look like it's more like warehouses and things like that. So there could be some employment opportunities as well on that end. That's a little different. This next one we'll find for you is technically not Northport, but it's just on the edge of Northport and really close to all the shopping in Northport. So even though it's not a Northport address, I think it's worth noting.
We could call this the Wellen Park of Port Charlotte at Northport.
Yes, because Wellen Park's got that Venice address, but everyone like, no, that's Northport. Well, this is kind of like similar in that way. It's considered a Port Charlotte address, but it's like...
It is Port Charlotte.
Yes. Yeah, and it is Port Charlotte address, and it is Port Charlotte in every regard, but it's just like so close to the edge of all the shopping or most of the shopping in Northport that we had to include it. And it's Westport.
If you want to be very close to all the shopping in Northport, but want to be in a community, this is a great community, even though it's a Port Charlotte address. It's like literally Northport, Port Charlotte. You get on 41 and you have access to all the shopping within 10 minutes.
Yes, and I think the other upside of this is not just being close to the Northport shopping, but now you're also closer to the Port Charlotte shopping. They got a mall. It's like a half-dead mall, but there's still some stuff to do in there in the theater. And they do got there's a spring training facility for the Atlanta Braves in Wellen Park, but on top of that, there's another one for the Tampa Rays in Port Charlotte. So lots of shopping too throughout the Port Charlotte area, and some things like an IHOP and stuff like that you're not going to get in like Venice or...
And lots of chain restaurants as well.
Yeah, and big box store shopping. So yeah, and you can see Centennial Park is right in the middle there. They all kind of are built around Centennial Park and walking distance. So they're a little bit more master planned than, let's say, like North Venice, which has a little bit less of a master plan feeling, but Wellen Park's definitely got that master plan feeling, and I'd say Westport does too. And so that's like your amenity though. They don't have like a downtown. The Centennial Park like is your downtown, I guess you could say, your amenity. But some great prices there right now. We've done a lot of walkthroughs of their homes on the channel, and I mean some of them were selling for like
300,000 brand new homes.
Yeah, and the year before we're selling for 400,000. Like there's some big price cuts in some of these communities. So this is a great example. A 5'3", 2,000 square foot home for $364,900. That's amazing.
Yes.
And one other thing we didn't mention: the Twisted Fork is right next to the
right in front
West
of
Park
the community.
Yeah, that's a cool like outdoor bands play under this big overhang pavilion, plus a cool restaurant bar. It's a really cool, unique place.
And then right next to it, there is a Harley Davidson store as well, which they always have events going on as well. Yeah,
really, really cool area. And you can see they do have an amenity center included, unless that's in the house.
Private gym.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, all the homes here are pretty nice. I mean, especially for the price point, I'd say they're pretty nice to really nice.
And this community is a co-op in Westport, and they do have amenities, but the other communities in Westport do not have amenities. The amenity is Centennial Park, basically.
There was one, I can't remember which one it was. One of them had a playground. Yeah. Like a little playground for the kids. But outside of that, all the other ones have nothing. But again, Centennial Park is your amenity. But the Cove does have you hooked up with, like Haiti said, the fitness center,
a pool, shuffle puck.
Yeah, I believe so. And the HOA here is $319 a month. And I mean, again, we're super, after walking through the homes, if you want to see again some of the videos of walkthroughs that we did on the channel, go check those out, because we were really impressed with what Westport has to offer. And we've helped some people move actually to the Cove, wasn't it? Yes. And so if you do want to buy or sell a home in that area, we can definitely help you.
Make sure to call, text, or email our real estate team, 941-221-1897. We'd love to help you out.
And I forgot, they do have a few other things in the Cove. Here's the list. They have the dog park there. Oh, yes. And yeah, the shuffle puck was over by that same area, and then the pool. So definitely, a nice bunch of amenities included in that community. And again, like the HOA prices can get a little bit lower than this as well if you are in one of the other communities with less amenities. So, that's another option too.
And the cool thing about Northport is that there's a lot of new construction going on, not only in communities, but scatter lots. So we're going to show you here some.
Yes, and I think this is one of the upsides of Northport. Generally, in general, for outside of the older section of Northport on the west end, kind of towards the Myakka River, a lot of it you're talking new-ish homes, like 90s and newer, but I'd say a lot is even like 2000s and newer, a little bit more yard and house for your money too.
And a lot of brand new construction too, like recently completed new construction.
Yeah, so here's a great example of one that was just recently completed. Again, though, like maybe you don't want to get new construction. You could get something maybe that's like 5-10 years old. That's completely doable in Northport. Very, very doable. So this one's a 3-2. About 1,500 square feet, $365,000. And again, we'll show you the most important part for a lot of people, HOA. none. So if that's kind of you don't want the restrictions, you don't want to pay those extra fees, like a lot of Northport is going to be that way.
And you'll also have a bigger backyard than if you were to go into a planned community. So bigger backyard, your neighbors are going to be a little more spaced out as well.
Yeah, I think this one's a great example of that. Just look at all that beautiful green grass, and then to the side you got kind of like a nature preserve. It's another thing, and behind as well, that's another thing worth noting. There's the possibility to buy this house, and potentially if the lot next to you is for sale, buy that. Maybe the one behind, or the one also the corner of that, so you could have like surround, you know, you could put a park or just have a big yard,
compound,
or just leave the nature there if you like that, just to kind of separate you and have some quiet, you know, quietness from the neighbors. And also you can see here, one thing worth noting with a lot of Northport, you can see how it kind of slopes down here. A lot of Northport is that way too. The homes are elevated to prevent flood risk, which is a great thing in a lot of these newer areas. I mean, yeah, that's just a lot of space, and that is not unusual for Northport.
and tray ceilings in this house as well.
Oh, I like that backsplash.
That kitchen is pretty cool. I like it.
Wish they would show a close-up of there. I like that backsplash. Kind of got like a light green hue to it. It's like a bluish green gray. Yeah, so some nice touches, and there's a lot, a lot of opportunities for this as well. And, there's opportunity to maybe buy a lot and then, get a hold of us and we can help you find a lot and then find a builder that kind of fits what you're looking for. And you can kind of pick out where, where you want to be. I think that's super exciting to kind of be able to carve out your own little idea of what's amazing and make it happen. Yeah, some beautiful touches, very neutral palette. So you can come in and bring your own touches with your decorations if you want to add a pop of color or keep it kind of neutral. So that being said, again, if you do want to buy or sell a home in the area, get a hold of our team. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and live breezy.